interceptions. You heard Dave and MJD talk about it at the top of the show. He likes to get Randy Moss involved. He likes to air the ball out a lot, but he's been known in the past to throw a lot of interceptions. He's going to have to avoid it. He's done it thus far in this tournament, Falls.
If you love offense, FMB Monsta, the 49ers representative, is the guy you're rooting for here. He gets the ball to open it. He brings it out to the 24-yard line in the 20-year-old.
Falls, history in the making, the first ever Club Series championship representing NFL teams, and if you're a competitive Madden player, this is what you live for, Falls.
Goes to Montgomery off the left side, and Montgomery breaks it across midfield on the counter. He could go all the way in for the touchdown.
Wow, what a way to kick off the game. You want to talk about excitement. Monster, we're talking about his passing game, goes to the ground in a big run early, gets on his horse, and what a way to start it up if you're Monster representing them 49ers.
One play, 76 yards right out of there. That's Ty Montgomery from the Packers all the way home for the touchdown.
Oh my goodness, Falls. And now if
zone, that's Montgomery. Good stick work. The tackle can't be made. Paul Krause, the Vikings legend, miss. What a score. What an opening play from Monsta. Now Killermike back with Tevin Coleman trying to respond in this one, picks up 6 yards.
And like you said, that was great stick work. And for those at home that don't know, when we talk about stick work, we're referring to the user-controlled player by one. That was him controlling that running back, him moving the left stick to steer him, and he did a phenomenal job of it, getting the touchdown first play of the game.
Quick out to Moss, and you have to wonder about the psyche of Killermike. He's led in every game he's played so far. He always plays with the lead. To go down like that, does that affect him as he is the underdog in this matchup?
It could affect him, Falls. You would hope not. This is an experienced Madden player. I'm sure he's played, having to come from behind before. But when you're on this big of a stage, that is something that can mess with you. This opening drive by him is going to be a huge test for him to see how he can respond to that adversity.
He's got Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback. This is Ultimate Team. You are allowed to build the team that you want to bring out to the field. Multiple options of players. Aaron Rodgers, a great conductor quarterback, can make multiple adjustments at the line, and Killermike has him looking good early. Takes a run up the middle there for 7.
And he did a good job of getting down to avoid the big hit. If you're at home and you don't know how to do that, you press the left trigger, the right trigger, and tap the X button. Your running back will go into a give-up position that allows him to avoid those big hits. That's exactly what he did right there. And the reason you want to do that is those big hits cause fumbles cause turnovers, and that's not what you want to have happen when you're on offense.
Beyond just being an underdog, Mike is a proud serviceman. He's here representing the United States Air Force.
How can you not love that story? We got a serviceman in here making a run, the Cinderella story. He said everybody back at the base watches this. You know they're at home going crazy, rooting on Killermike. Killermike's got his mom in the crowd rooting him on. Shout out to Mama Killermike, a.k.a. Lynn in the house. This is exciting
Big-time
stuff.
action here. EA Sports at the start of this year started the Major Championship Series. 4 majors over the course of the year, $1 million on the line. We still have $500,000 and 1 major to go, but this is its own separate $50,000 prize pool. The winner tonight, RG, they walk away with $20,000 and then a spot. Both of these guys will be in that upcoming championship.
Yes, both of these guys have already earned $10,000 in this one event here today alone, but the winner of this match walks away with $20,000, so you're pretty much watching a $10,000 game of Madden right here, right now, Farles.
And you will see the final 32 that are selected for that final $500,000 major before the end of this show, as it will be locked in. But first, a 3rd and 2 with 1 second left on the play clock. Coleman takes it across the middle, breaks the tackle, bounces off, and runs it in for the touchdown. Killermike.
And you were asking me how is he going to respond from playing behind. Well, I think he just answered it, Falls. He responded just fine with a great drive right there, great run stick of his own. As you see the replay, bouncing off tackles, 1, 2, get out of my way, get to the numbers, I'm in for 6, we got a ball game in the first quarter.
8 plays, 76 yards for Killermike. Responds after giving up a long touchdown here. If you're just joining us, this is an historic event. This is the Madden Club Series Championship, RG, first of its kind. We had 8 teams jump in on this one. We started out with the Vikings, the Patriots, the Bills, Killermike representing those Seahawks. The Jaguars were involved. The Steelers, the Niners, which you see FMB Monsta handoff right here, and then Kansas City as Montgomery takes it off the left edge.
Yeah, and this is super exciting, and these guys got to be feeling that extra pressure. They've talked about it. Not only are they representing themselves now in these tournaments, they're representing real NFL organizations. There's nothing more that they want than to go back to either the Seahawks or the 49ers and say, hey, look, I held it down for you. I'm your champion. Here's a trophy.
We've got
the first ever trophy.
The first ever, bring it back. The Niners, they've got they got some more room in that trophy case. They're loaded up with Lombardis, but they want another one here. And this is FMB Monsta with a big 3rd and 4 coming up early. This is the first time he's really gone to an open passing style set. You see the 3 receivers to the right. Favre trying to get the ball out, quickly hits Randy Moss. MJD, who's joining us, talked about him before the show. What's up with that Randy Moss?
He, right now, is the best wide receiver in all of Ultimate Team Brawls. He has the highest rating at 99 overall. 6'4", has a ton of speed. I mean, I don't got to explain to you. It's Randy Moss, man. He's going to get it done.
Excellent version for Moss. He hands off another time to Montgomery. And what is Killermike doing on defense here?
So he's running a cover 2 invert type defense, Fralls. You kind of see it over there in the bottom left of the screen right there. And what that allows him to do is really stack the box. You only have 2 defenders dropping back to play deep. And it's a very hard defense to move the ball against because there's so much support underneath. You have to attack it deep like that. But when you go deep, you risk things like overthrows, and unfortunately, that's what happened to Monsta Juan right there.
A overthrow there from Brett Favre. That's the one slight on Monsta's game. He throws the ball so well that every now and then he gets some inaccurate passes, but on 3rd and 9, he's trying to find the seam, and he goes deep downfield, and Randy Moss hangs on in traffic.
Yeah, and that's not a normal catch that receivers will make, but if you look at this replay, this isn't a normal receiver. We've talked about him a lot already. That is Randy Moss, and that's the type of things he can go and do. You throw it into coverage, sometimes it doesn't matter. The Grizzly goes up and comes down with the ball.
14 seconds left in the first quarter here. Brett Favre trying to find the high point, and another overthrow. Now, RG, he's throwing that high on purpose.
Yes, he's throwing it high. That's, you hold down the LB button as you're passing the ball, and that's going to put extra arc on the pass. But it's also going to increase your chance at an inaccurate throw, Fralls, as much as why you're seeing Favre overthrow some of these balls. It's that high pass mechanic making it a tougher throw than it normally would be.
And remember, it's Madden Ultimate Team, so you can grab anybody you want. You can have Montgomery at halfback. You can have Brett Favre and Randy Moss all on your squad. That is the end of the first quarter in this one. After a quick early strike, FMB Monsta ties it up 7-7. Monsta versus Killermike. We will be back with more Madden action shortly. Don't go anywhere.
Introducing the new Xbox One S. The only console with 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, 4K video streaming, and high dynamic range gaming. The new Xbox One S. Smaller, sleeker, sharper. The ultimate games and 4K entertainment system.
Xbox One S, starting at $299.
I've learned thousands of plays under 5 different offensive coordinators. I've thrown over 5,300 passes in my career for over 60,000 yards. And that's just some of what I had to do to earn this jersey.
I went online and ordered it from NFLshop.com.
The best place to get authentic NFL gear, NFLshop.com.
Collect your favorite NFL players. Upgrade with stars from the past and present. And dominate your rivals on the field. This is the next level of fantasy football. This is where the season never ends. This is where legends are made. This is my ultimate team. What's yours?
415 receptions, over 6,000 yards, 45 touchdowns. That's just some of what it takes to earn this jersey.
I went to NFLshop.com to get mine.
The best place to get authentic NFL gear, NFLshop.com.
Really appreciate you having me over, Russ. But with Xbox Live, we can play against one another anywhere at any time.
Is there something wrong?
I'm good. I'm fine.
Because I know he likes you coming
He's
over.
crushed my leg.
Play together on the fastest gaming network. Get the new Xbox One S.
With a beautiful shot of the sunset over the Pacific Ocean and the Santa Monica Pier. We are back live in Los Angeles, California, and we are here for the 2017 Madden Series Championship. I'm joined by Maurice Jones-Drew. MJD, that game got off to about as fast as one can get off to. Is that right?
Well, I thought it was going to be a pass, Dave. I mean, to come out and run the ball right away, Juan surprised everyone, even his component, Killermike. I mean, but Killermike comes back with the composure and goes down and scores as well. It's going to be a back-and-forth game, similar to that 2013 NFC Championship game, Seattle 49ers.
That's right. Like you called it at the beginning of the game, it's looking good. Let's go back to our casters, RG, Z, Farles. Take away with the second quarter.
Thank you, Dave. Zach Farley back here with Ryan Glick, RG, and we've got a barn burner going on in the first ever Madden Club Series Championship. Let's jump back in. FMB Monsta on the right against Killermike at 7-7, but Monsta down in the red zone.
Yeah, we come back right to some, we got a scene on our hand at 3rd and 3 right now. Monsta's got himself in a little situation in the red zone. This is going to be a big play because if he isn't able to get the touchdown right here, you have to assume he's going to take 3 falls.
Field gets very condensed down in this area. Monsta likes to spread it out and go for those high point throws. He's overthrown a few in the first couple drives, but ultimately, let's see where he looks to go here with 5 seconds on the play clock. He's got to drop back. He goes to the high point, and Randy Moss goes to the corner for the touchdown.
Wow, and that's a high pass fade to Randy Moss on one-on-one coverage. And if there's one thing that you got to realize if you're Killermike is it's Monsta is going to get the ball to Moss, and you're going to have to start doubling up this phenom because he is making play after play out here.
Even with a big-time defender out there, Monsta takes the lead. He's looking to get that $20,000 first place prize in this one, but Killermike's got a little something to say about that himself.
Oh my goodness, Monsta just trying to hold on right here, just got himself a lead. Die-hard 49ers fan. He has his parents at home watching, Mom, Rita, Dad, Juan Sr. You know they got to be going crazy, but in order to keep that momentum going, he's going to have to play some defense.
He's just 20 years old. He's got to find some defense here. He also runs the 46 playbook. Both these players, if you're at home and you want to know, how do I get better? They're using the Jaguars defense in the 46 playbook. He uses the speed package, gets some more defenders in the secondary on the field, much faster, but it's hurting him because he's not stopping the run well early. Coleman's got 6 carries for 71 yards.
And you see them both running the ball, and the interesting thing, Farles, is seeing how they both run the 4-6. When you talk to them before the game, both Killermike and Juan Monsta said they were comfortable playing against this defense because they're so familiar with it. They know where the holes in it are, and from what we're seeing thus far, the holes are on the ground. You just keep running the ball, and they're picking up 5-6 yards a pop, eventually breaking big runs here. And that's what you get when you're familiar with what your opponent's doing on defenses. You know the weaknesses, and you can attack them, and they've both done a great job of that so far on the ground.
2nd and 4, back to the I form, hands off to the fullback position. I mean, RG, this is Ultimate Team, so you can draft Marcus Allen Allen and grab him on your squad. You can select to put him there. You can get Marcel Reese at fullback, different players.
Yeah.
These guys didn't invest a ton in their halfbacks.
Yeah, this is a big 3rd and 2, but in Ultimate Team, you're right, Frost. You are the GM, you are the coach, you are the player. All decisions are up to you. You're the only one out there on the field, and you need to make it happen in all aspects of the game.
Gosh, pick the ball.
Juan wanted an interception there, but Killermike says, hey, I've got a Randy Moss of my own across the middle.
Yes, exactly. Juan saying, hey, pick the ball there. But, hey, Juan, Randy Moss has made some plays for you, and you know what? He's going to make some plays for Killermike as well, as he did right there.
He's also got a Julio Jones. He's out wide left, and Moss in the slot. Quick throw, touchdown. Killermike strikes back. He's looking to tie this thing up pending the extra point here.
What a drive by Killermike Falls to go back down there, tie this game up, and we got ourselves a battle. Cinderella answers the call and gets himself right back in the game. It's funny how you go from Killermike to Cinderella.
6 plays, 69-yard drive, RG. You're absolutely right. This kid, Mike, he's a command post controller in the U.S. Air Force. He did 3 years up in Anchorage, Alaska. Now he's up in Spokane. He's originally from Costa Mesa, so he's traveled around, and Madden's been a constant for him. He's been playing in the community for a while, but this is his chance on the big stage, especially at this first ever event.
Yeah, he goes by Killermike Falls, but an interesting fact is his old online persona on Xbox was Doug Zilla. And Doug Zilla, for those Madden veterans like myself, know that he's always been a tough out when it comes to competitive Madden, but this is his first time on the big stage, and he's really making a name for himself today.
4 completions, 2 touchdowns, looking good early as Monsta carries it, but it leads to a 3rd and 4. Look, we promised you that Monsta had a high-powered offense. He's thrown a few nice throws to Moss, but he really hasn't opened it up like he's capable of. However, now that he's in this tight formation, maybe he will instead hands it off and runs for a short gain. That's Darius Jackson, RG. That's a bronze level item here in Ultimate Team. It's one of the lowest options because he never really runs.
Yeah, when you say bronze, that means his cap is super low, where you see them spending about 78 cap points on Randy Moss. A guy like Jackson only costs you 15 cap points, but some of those guys that are budget players can be very effective, and Jackson's one of them with an 88 speed rating and an 88 trucking rating. He's very good at falling forward and picking up short gains, 5-6 yard gains all day long.
So they got to be the GM when they put their team together, but they also got to be the coach. And there, Monsta lets it run down to the 2-minute warning. He's trying to control this thing, make it the last possession of the half, as Killermike will start the second half with the football. So he's got to make this the last drive of the day.
And keep in mind that we only play on a 30-second play clock here in competitive Madden. In the NFL, it's a 40-second play clock. So in Madden, it is a little bit harder to kill the clock and take time away than it is in real life.
He's keeping it on the ground, and he's doing it because it's working so far. 8 carries for 96 yards, but you take out the one big one he had to start the game, the exclamation point, and it's been some tough sledding.
Yep, that's a good point. But he has been able to chip away 5 or 6 yards here and there. But this is what I'm waiting for, is that Randy Moss. That's what you got to watch out for. And we've seen him get Moss involved earlier in this game, but never like this. This has been his bread and butter all tournament long, when he comes out in that gun-tight formation and sends Moss and Chad Johnson up those seam routes and throws a high pass to him. He's been making a living with it all tournament long, and you saw him go right back to it there.
All season long, the 20-year-old has been making a living throwing in the seams. There's popular defenses out there. The nickel blitz 2, people face that online. Monsta says, I dare you to run that against me. I will carve you up all game long. He's got the clock running down to 30 seconds here in the second quarter. He's looking for one more drive, and he's got Montgomery to the edge, tries to get out of bounds. He still has his timeouts, and he's going to use his first one right there. Stops it with 25 seconds to go.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of time here. That was a huge tackle by Killermike. Juan trying to get to the outside and turn it upfield. Killermike clicked onto the defender and made a tackle himself.
Let's see, Brett Favre trying to roll away from the pressure, decides to throw the ball away. No harm done there. 4 for 7, but a smart move to get rid of it. Stops the clock. He's got 19 seconds. He's at the 26.
And you'll see high-level Madden players throw the ball away often when there's nothing there. They're smart enough not to force something into coverage and live to fight another down. So that was a good decision right there by Monsta.
He's made more of those as the season has gone on. He initially had a high-powered offense, but a tendency to turn the ball over, force some throws. Today, he's been nearly flawless, throwing it all across this field. He scored 40 points. Earlier in the day, he's been lighting up the scoreboard. This, a slower-paced game as he's gone to the ground, but Favre now in the air to the outside, and Montgomery gets the ball stripped out, and it's dropped.
And what an opportunity that the NFL, the 49ers, and EA and Microsoft have given this young man to be 20 years old with a chance to walk away today with $20,000 representing your favorite NFL team, Charles. That's what it's all about.
He just walked away with what he hopes will be the last points of the half. Killermike happy to get a stop. If you're playing a guy as good as Monsta, holding him to 3 is as good as a stop as you're going to get. So he's got midfield, 4 seconds left. We'll see if Killermike is going to chuck it up with one more play. Reminder that EA Sports this season has the major championship series going on. We've got one left. It's a $500,000 prize pool in the Madden championship. It's going to kick off at the end of April, so you don't want to miss that. We'll have all 32 players in the field coming up next as a sack ends the half, and Killermike goes into the locker room. He trails 17-14, but that is it. That's halftime here at the first ever NFL Club Series Championship. But stick around because we have Dave with Maurice Jones-Drew coming up right after the half.
I earned this jersey by leading the league in tackles. Twice. I was drafted 9th overall in the 2012 NFL Draft. And I was Defensive Player of the Year. The best place to get authentic NFL gear, NFLshop.com.
Guys, no one's playing as you in Madden on Xbox One. As your agent, I need you to go out there and connect with the Xbox Live community. Get your popularity back up.
Great game, Julia.
I win! Oh, yeah!
Go! Come on, get there! Yes, touchdown!
Snaps the ball, drops back!
Strip sack Miller.
Guys, it's so easy to connect on Xbox Live. What's the issue?
Y'all need to work on y'all people skills.
Play together on the fastest gaming network. Get the new Xbox One S.
I've learned thousands of plays under 5 different offensive coordinators. I've thrown over 5,300 passes in my career for over 60,000 yards. And that's just some of what I had to do to earn this jersey.
I went online and ordered it from NFLshop.com.
The best place to get authentic NFL gear, NFLshop.com.
Introducing the new Xbox One S. The only console where you can play over 100 exclusives on the fastest, most reliable gaming network. So bring every friend you have and build new worlds together. This is the new Xbox One S.
Get the new Xbox One S.
Collect your favorite NFL players. Upgrade with stars from the past and present. And dominate your rivals on the field. This is the next level of fantasy football. This is where the season never ends. This is where legends are made. This is my ultimate team. What's yours?
I've played in more than 200 consecutive games. I've caught over 1,000 passes for over 11,000 yards. Had to block some of the toughest defensive ends in this league over the past 13 seasons. Done all that and more to earn this.
I found it on NFLshop.com. My mom got it for me.
The best place to get authentic NFL gear, NFLshop.com.
corner of downtown Los Angeles and all the way over to Venice by the beach. We are back in Los Angeles, California for the Club Series Championship. It is our halftime show. I am here with Maurice Jones-Drew. MJD, that was a heck of a first half we just saw.
It was amazing. Now, you're talking about Monsta, who comes out and starts to run the ball. He's being balanced. He's not air heavy like he was throughout the tournament. And then obviously Killermike, who's been just showing the discipline, the confidence, everything that you get being a serviceman.
That's right. He is in the Air Force, and he is showing that right now. We are going to jump into some highlights. We saw from the first play of the game, Monsta was off to the races.
Yeah, great user ability. You get in the open field, make one cut, get north, and you're gone.
And like we said, Killermike with the resilience, he bounces back with his own touchdown run to tie things up 7-7. Into more Monsta throwing up to Randy Moss in the end zone. But there it was again, Killermike responding, tying things up 14-all. Monsta was able to add a field goal, 17-14 at half. To get a little bit more info about where Monsta's at right now, let's throw it down to the field. Stephen Gibbons is with our guy. Steve?
Now, and we're taking a look here.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Kids.
Now we're taking a look here, Monsta. How you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good, confident.
You heard MJD. He said that you started to run the ball there in that first half. Why did you go to the run game?
I know a lot of weakness to that 4-6-D, so I knew before the game I was going to start pounding the ball.
Yeah, and Randy Moss has been a big focal point of your offense in this entire tournament. Talk to me about Randy Moss in the second half.
Randy Moss, second half, he's going to do more work in the second half.
All right, good luck in the second half. Send it back to Dave.
Thank you.
And I want to remind everybody before we talk about this Madden Championship, MJD, that if you want to get all your official gear for the NFL, head to NFLshop.com. And also be sure, if you are looking to improve your tips, tricks for your Madden games, you got to follow Madden Ultimate Team on Twitter at EASports_MUT. Get the latest on new packs, giveaways, rewards, and more. MJD, we are here pushing towards the Madden Championship. Both these guys are going to be great. We are going to break. We will be back soon to see this second half. Monsta and Killermike are going to take it on. We will be back soon. Join us. Our casters will have the second half. RG and Farrells. Tune back in after this.
Introducing the new Xbox One S. The only console with 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, 4K video streaming, and high dynamic range gaming. The new Xbox One S. Smaller, sleeker, sharper. The ultimate games and 4K entertainment system.
Xbox One S, starting at $299.
I've learned thousands of plays under 5 different offensive coordinators. I've thrown over 5,300 passes in my career for over 60,000 yards. And that's just some of what I had to do to earn this jersey.
I went online and ordered it from NFLshop.com.
The best place to get authentic NFL gear, NFLshop.com.
I can't stop my end zone dancing moves. When I shake it, they can't take it. Let me win a Super Bowl with you. Oh, you love it. One more of it. Ooh!
Build your team and take them all the way. Madden NFL 17. Rated E for everyone.
Get the new Xbox One S.
.415 receptions, over 6,000 yards, 45 touchdowns. That's just some of what it takes to earn this jersey.
I went to NFLshop.com to get mine.
The best place to get authentic NFL gear, NFLshop.com.
Collect your favorite NFL players. Upgrade with stars from the past and present. And dominate your rivals on the field. This is the next level of fantasy football. This is where the season never ends. This is where legends are made. This is my ultimate team. What's yours?
Introducing the new Xbox One S. The only console where you can play over 100 exclusives on the fastest, most reliable gaming network. So bring every friend you have and build new worlds together. This is the new Xbox One S.
Get the new Xbox One S.
Welcome back to Los Angeles and the first ever Madden NFL Club Series Championship. We are here with two representatives from NFL teams. This is your event. Fans at home watching, we've got two great players going at it right now, and it's halftime, RG, and it is locked up in a tight one.
Oh, yeah, Monster only up 3 points. Killermike's been able to respond time and time again. And you got two world-class competitors that nobody has really ever heard of before this day. And now here they are on NFL Network representing real NFL teams with a chance to walk away with $20,000. It's amazing what Madden could do for you, huh, Farrells?
It's incredible. I play online myself, but I've never found myself sitting in one of those gamer chairs on the NFL Network. Killermike takes over after the half. Juan started with the ball early, ran a long touchdown in, but Killermike's been responding every step of the way in this game. 2nd and 8 in this ultimate team style format. Legends out there on the field include Chad Johnson, Julio Jones. Big-time players here in this ultimate team event as Coleman takes a big hit. That's Paul Krause from the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, legend Paul Krause, Falls. He is a 6'3" safety that has speed, hit power, man coverage, zone coverage. He can do it all. And the all-time interception leader in the NFL.
Wow, and even though we expected a lot of passing yards early in this one, it's really been all about the ground game. But on 3rd and 9, Killermike, representing those Seahawks, will have to go to the air, and he connects with Randy Moss. Who else underneath?
Wow, Killermike, 6 for 6, slanging the rock, Farrells, and just continues to answer the bell time and time again. Juan trying to get him into these awkward situations, make him buckle, but the kid has ice in his veins thus far, Farrells.
If you just joined us, this is the Madden NFL Club Series Championship. 8 competitors started out the day representing multiple NFL teams. We've had players from Minnesota, New England, Buffalo, Seattle, Jacksonville, Pittsburgh, San Francisco, and Kansas City, and only 2 remain, RG, and both these players have punched their ticket into the $500,000 Madden Championship starting in April. 32 competitors will be battling it out. These two guys have a great spot. Killermike came from out of nowhere to make it in.
Yeah, in order for Killermike to make that final $500,000 Madden Championship event, he had to make the finals of this event here today, and he did that. So first objective, done. Second objective, walk away the Club Series champion and $20,000 richer. But there's one problem. He's got the Monsta, Juan Velasquez, the 20-year-old.
Streaming in off the right side. The pressure gets to Aaron Rodgers. That's the first incompletion of the game for Killermike. He's 7 for 8 so far, but a little bit of pressure starting to come in from Monsta early in this one, and he sends it again, but Rodgers steps out of the throw, and Chad Johnson holds it down at the 24-yard line.
And you hear Juan saying to himself, that's crazy, because Aaron Rodgers using some elusiveness throws the defender off of him, and that was the extra time he needed to throw that receiver deep post route over the middle open.
Killermike says, I'm going back down to the I for him after that one. 1st and 10 at the 24. He trails by 3, but he's in field goal range, and Coleman is relentless breaking tackles, RG, in the salary cap format. Look, he's got Aaron Rodgers. He spent big salary on that, and now he's carving up the defense so far in this one.
Yeah, 8 for 8 with 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. And if you're Killermike, you got to continue to slang the rock. Look at all these goons that he has in the box right there. There are defenders all over the place in the box. That's 8 in the box. You need to take shots deep down the field just like that. and he's got the lead, Falls.
You said it, RG. All those defenders up in the box, nobody on the outside. He leaves Randy Moss, the legend, one-on-one, and Killermike makes Monsta pay. 9 plays, goes right down the field. Moss, look at him break off the coverage, and he goes in for the touchdown.
And Moss never gets tired. He's all day out here, Falls, and he can go up, he can jump, he can run a route, he can burn you deep, he can do it. It's Randy Moss. What am I saying? You know the deal.
I mean, RG, if you think back to the Madden Bowl, that was our second major event. Out at the Super Bowl, we were there in Houston, big-time prize on the line, and our champion in that event, who you'll see at the championship, Dubby, won the game with 2 of those same routes to Randy Moss. So Moss is a huge competitor, and he went downfield, did Monsta, and he hangs on to the pass. That is, he said it's a dot, which means it's an open receiver. I disagree.
He's trolling him. He's trolling him. What Juan's doing right there is he knew he threw it into coverage. He knew Ocho Cinco made a play for him, and he trolled Killermike by saying, that was a dot, knowing he threw in the coverage. For those that don't know what a dot means, a dot is when you find a receiver wide open in space. That definitely was no dot. But
so open that he just looks like a dot on the field. But receiver there, what a catch to hang on to it and move it all the way downfield. 2nd and 10. No wonder he's running the ball so much in this game. Favre looking to cross. Can he find a receiver, or will he dump the ball and he decides to throw it away?
And there's that throwaway again. If you don't know how to do that, if you're watching at home, you simply just click in the right stick, and your quarterback will look to throw the ball out of bounds. Don't force anything into coverage, especially when you're going up against elite competition like the Killermike.
Killermike representing the Seattle Seahawks in this one. He said that 2 wins was the goal. He's done that. He's got his place in the championship, but something tells me he wants one more here in this championship. He wants to be the first ever champion to represent those Seahawks, but Monsta can't tap the feed in, and we'll see if on 4th and 10 he makes it a 1-point game.
Monsta getting a little bit of tunnel vision, just throwing the ball deep downfield. He had a drag route wide open underneath Falls that looked like it had some room to get some rack and get the first down, but he just keeps slanging it deep, and I don't know if he's going to be able to make a living like that. He needs to take what the defense is giving him, Falls.
Just 20 years old, he participated in our first major, the Madden Classic. He said that he was nervous at that event, but now he feels like he's got the experience, and now instead of being nervous, he's confident. He made some confident, almost maybe arrogant throws on that drive into double coverage, but it paid off and at least led to 3 for him.
Yes, and the experience has done wonders for him. It also was an opportunity for him to show his mom and dad just how good of a player he is, because they were there at the San Francisco 49ers club event when he was able to win. And that really helped them understand, wow, he's just not playing video games on a small scale. This is serious business.
Minute left here in the 3rd quarter. Each Club Series event, RG, did it in their own special way. A lot of them invited the fans into the events. Seattle was at the Museum of Pop Culture. The Niners had it at their brand new stadium. They brought him in to see the Lombardi, a little locker room tour. So great events here, and he goes back to Monsta's Killermike, and he's streaking down the sideline. Can Deion Sanders catch him? No, he outruns prime time, and Killermike goes in. Aaron Rodgers celebrating here. Got to make it 28-20 pending the extra point.
Get on your horse, Killermike, and I might just drop the Killermike and start calling him the answer. Because anytime Juan comes at him with a problem, Killermike seems to have the answer right away and is able to respond. This kid is putting in work. I guess I got to stop calling him a kid, too. I mean, he's 25 years old, former Air Force. We'll go stick with Cinderella.
Cinderella is at the ball, RG.
Rocking.
He can dance.
Dance.
28-20. 30 seconds to go. 290 yards for Killermike so far.
This is a big drive, Falls, for Juan.
Looks like he's going. Nope, he decides not to take the shot deep downfield. Maybe good patience there from Monsta to decide not to throw that one.
And look how often these guys throw the ball away, Falls. I can't stress it enough. If you want to be able to compete at this high of a level, that's something that you're going to have to get into your arsenal, is being able to recognize when everything's locked up and not take risky throws.
Favre looks to the sideline. Did he get his feet in? He did not. Chad Johnson came up with a miracle catch earlier, and you're going to see it in this replay right here. He could not stamp his feet. Needed to maybe press and hold that A button, RG, that possession catch. It looks like he did it, but he was just out.
Yeah, a little too much air on that ball from Favre, and Monsta's passing game is starting to get stale. He's going to need to make something happen.
Smart
just
play
like
with the check down, picks it up, avoids the big hit from Kraus, gets out of bounds. 11 seconds to go in the third quarter. His players a little bit tired. You can see there on the screen with the yellow, but it's all he's got here in this salary cap.
And that's what we want to see from him, though, Frost. He can't just get locked in at chucking the ball deep downfield. If Killermike is giving you some of that underneath stuff, you need to take it. He took it right there and got a first down for it. That needs to be the mentality going forward for Juan.
Well, it's the end of the third quarter here. We are just moments away from crowning our first ever Madden NFL Club Series champion. Who will it be? The Seahawks, the Niners? The fourth quarter is coming up next.
I earned this jersey by leading the league in tackles. Twice. I was drafted 9th overall in the 2012 NFL Draft. And I was Defensive Player of the Year. The best place to get authentic NFL gear, NFLshop.com.
Guys, no one's playing as you in Madden on Xbox One. As your agent, I need you to go out there and connect with the Xbox Live community. Get your popularity back up.
Great game, Julia.
I win!
Oh, yeah!
Go! Come on, get there! Yes, touchdown!
Snaps the ball, drops back.
Strip sack Miller.
Guys, it's so easy to connect on Xbox Live. What's the issue?
Y'all need to work on y'all people skills.
Play together on the fastest gaming network. Get the new Xbox One S.
I've learned thousands of plays under 5 different offensive coordinators. I've thrown over 5,300 passes in my career for over 60,000 yards. And that's just some of what I had to do to earn this jersey.
I went online and ordered it from NFLshop.com.
The best place to get authentic NFL gear, NFLshop.com.
Introducing the new Xbox One S. The only console where you can play over 100 exclusives on the fastest, most reliable gaming network. So bring every friend you have and build new worlds together. This is the new Xbox One S.
Get the new Xbox One S.
Collect your favorite NFL players. Upgrade with stars from the past and present. And dominate your rivals on the field. This is the next level of fantasy football. This is where the season never ends. This is where legends are made. This is my ultimate team. What's yours?
I've played more than 200 consecutive games. I've caught over 1,000 passes for over 11,000 yards. Had to block some of the toughest defensive ends in this league over the past 13 seasons. Done all that and more to earn this.
I found it on NFLshop.com. My mom got it for me.
The best place to get authentic NFL gear, NFLshop.com.
Beautiful Saturday night here in Los Angeles, California. Perfect night for Madden. It has not disappointed. The final game so far has been outstanding. Want to remind you that our Madden Championship Tournament coming up, the group play on April 29th and 30th. Also group play on May 6th and 7th, the finals. May 12th through the 14th. That live final aired again on the NFL Network. I am here with Maurice Jones-Drew. I am Dave Grunfeld. And JD, Killermike showed some grit in the third quarter.
Oh, yeah. He came out, slowed down Juan, who we haven't seen slow down all day. And to get a chance to go down and score and make it an 8-point game is going to be tough, but it's the fourth quarter. All that stuff that happened beforehand, all the group play, all the going to the clubs and playing, all that matters right now. Can you finish?
Absolutely. This one's for all the marbles. Back to our casters, RG, Zach Farley, take it away for the fourth quarter, guys.
Thank you very much, Dave. Zach Farley back here with RG. And RG, the coin's up in the air. This one can go either way in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I cannot wait. Falls the first ever fourth quarter of the Club Series Championship, and the game is completely up for grabs, like you said. This is intense stuff, but this is what I live for, Falls. You can feel the energy in the room, and these guys know that it comes down to one quarter to see who's going to walk away as the first ever Club Series champion.
Also up for grabs is $20,000 here as Brett Favre drops back for Monsta, and he overthrows it deep downfield. He wanted that one.
Oh, and you hear Monsta with the, oh my gosh, that's a route that he's been hitting on all day long, Falls. And then when you're not executing at the times when you need it, when I'm talking fourth quarter in the championship game, it could be very frustrating.
He's going deep again. Montgomery on the sideline, and that is not the player you want in that position. The halfback Montgomery, you'd rather see your big stars there like Ocho Cinco here in this ultimate team.
Yes, and now Juan has himself in a situation, Falls. This is big, 4th and 6.
Darius Jackson next to Brett Favre, only an ultimate team. Favre, quick throw, Sean Johnson. He's made a living on that play this whole 8-person event.
Talk about ice in the veins, Falls. 4th and 6, backed up in your own territory. Fourth quarter, if you don't convert, Killermike's probably getting a field goal, make it 2 possessions, and then you execute.
Huge, and now Favre backs out of the shotgun, and he's going to throw deep downfield. I think he went to the wrong button, and he picks it off.
I pressed the wrong button.
He pressed the wrong button.
If you pull up that replay, you'll see he has the receiver on the left wide open. Instead, chucks it into triple coverage, and the legend beat Dawkins. And look at Juan. He knows he made a drastic mistake with talking ice in the veins, but not right there, Falls. Killermike in complete control now.
Deep throw downfield. Arm punt there for Monsta. And the number one takeaway coming into this whole event, RG, for Monsta was to limit his interceptions. He has a high-powered offense. He can afford a couple picks, but not in a situation like that where he had the right receiver, Julio Jones, streaking open down the left side of the field.
And you had a feeling it was coming, Falls. He was not being as crispy with his passing game as we've seen earlier in the day. He's been starting to make worse reads, throwing into coverage, not checking down, and you felt it was only a matter of time before that was going to happen. But here's the thing. Juan is a lead on defense. He has the personnel to get a stop here. He's got Killermike backed up in his own territory. This is big. He needs to play defense.
Pressure is on Killermike. Even though he's Cinderella, clock is about to strike 3 minutes on 3rd and 5. He sends the halfback to the right. Rodgers scanning, throws the corner out, and Randy Moss makes the play. That's been automatic for him. He's 11 for 12.
Yeah, that's impressive numbers. And Randy Dandy Moss continues to run that wide receiver corner route and get open on the sideline, getting all types of separation. If you're Monsta, you're going to have to adjust to that. You know that that's one of Killermike's go-to plays in the blatant passing situations.
It's killing Juan. Unfortunately, with 4 seconds left on the play clock, he's running it down. 2.5 to go here. Coleman takes the handoff, gets tackled for a minimal gain on that one, and Juan steps in and takes his first time out, RG. He trails by 8.
Wow, timeout early for Juan, and he knows he had to do it because Killermike was taking all the time off the clock that he could. He waited until there was 1 second left on that play clock right there to snap the ball.
Keep an eye on it. He's going to stress the clock, keep it running in his favor. You got to be the GM and put the team together, an ultimate team. You got to play the game with the controller in your hands, like we just saw Juan make that mistake, and then you got to be the coach on the field and manage the clock situation. What an adjustment. Almost an interception there on the adjustment.
Oh my goodness, Juan almost made a huge play. Look at this DP drop back and then break on the ball, but goes for the swat instead of the interception. Falls. Juan needed that one.
Another 3rd and 10 coming up right here. You see Jordan Cameron at tight end.
This is big.
You got Johnson, Jones, and Moss, 3 of the best receivers you'll find anywhere, and Rodgers is looking, and he throws the interception. Paul Krause grabs it, and he takes back over in the 4th quarter with 2 minutes to go. The Viking legend comes up huge for Juan. Look at him get underneath this pick, RG.
And that's a huge alert. That means he controlled that defender from the snap until the interception point. That was all Juan and his stick work.
Oh, and Randy Moss, high point. That's his throw. Didn't hang on to it. He's been hanging on to that specific one all day.
Oh my goodness, yeah, Moss has been making plays, but that stingy Seattle defense, if there was ever a time for them to step up right now and go into true Seahawks form, they need it. They need to do it for Killermike right here.
He throws a quick screen out to Montgomery and gets out of bounds before Mel Blount can make anything bad happen. That's a Steelers legend right there. A field goal is not going to do it. Smart of him to stop the clock in case he doesn't get in. This is 4 down territory, and now he's got a 3rd and 8.
Well said, Falls.
Favre. He's got trips to the left. This is bunch. Motions Johnson. Rams playbook here underneath, and Johnson doesn't get the first down. We are going to the 2-minute warning with a 4th and 2 for Monsta. If he wants to be the first ever Madden NFL Club Series champion and deliver a championship home to his favorite home team, 49ers, that he's representing here, he needs a 2-yard play.
This is it, Falls. Killermike focused. Look at the focus of Juan. This could be a $10,000 play.
He hands it off to Darius Jackson, who does not pick it up with the biggest play of the entire championship on the line. He hands off to Darius Jackson. He has 3 stud receivers. He tries to sneak it past Killermike, but he was ready with some great run defense.
We were talking about the Seattle defense needed to step up, Falls, and step up they did on that 4th down to get Killermike all the momentum, and he is that much closer to walking away as the Club Series champion and bringing the trophy back to the Seattle Seahawks.
One more timeout left for Juan, who battles off the left edge and stops him for the loss, and now 3rd and 11, the entire game and series on the line here.
This is it. Biggest play of the game thus far. And look for Killermike with only a 30-second play clock. He's going to air it out right here and try to pick up the first down and put Juan away. Big play right here, Falls. The defining moment of the game.
From California all the way to Alaska, all the way to Spokane. You grab the Seahawks championship on the way. You come down to LA, 3rd and 11. You leave it all on the field if you're Killermike. And now we've got the play of the game.
Look at the 2 defenders over there on Moss on the left side of your screen.
Let's see if they play a little cat and mouse game here. Aaron Rodgers grabs the snap on 3rd and 11 across the middle, and he throws it into coverage, and it's dropped. It's dropped by the receiver. Almost an interception potentially on this replay. You're going to see it. A good user by Juan getting in the way, but ultimately drops harmlessly to the ground.
Too much traffic around him right here. And can you imagine the pressure these players are going through right now? My palms are dripping, sweating, and I'm not even playing.
Deion Sanders can't jump on it!
Oh my
Paul
goodness!
Krause!
Oh, what a mistake by prime time!
This is gay.
Oh my goodness! I've never seen anything like that.
Deion Sanders muffs the punt. The ball stays in bounds, and the Vikings legend Paul Krause grabs it. Killermike is going to be your Madden NFL Club Series champion for the Seattle Seahawks. Special teams, RG, in Madden 17, all new, and a mistake there. A great kick from Mike, but a mistake from Juan trying to pick that ball up with primetime and carry it up the field.
I am so shocked right now, Falls. I'm almost at a loss for words. You would never, I have been watching competitive Madden all season long. I've never seen a punt returner do that. And what a time for Deion Sanders to make a mistake, leaving Juan out to dry. But guess what? Killermike is reaping the benefits of him. And this is potentially a $10,000 mistake right here for Juan. He can't pick up the ball. It's all you need to do, Deion. Wow! Anything can happen.
$20,000. And for those fans watching at home that want to get involved, not just with Madden, but with their favorite NFL team, support the Club Series. Jump in, get online, qualify, play it. You could be the next 70th ranked player in the world to come out of nowhere and take this championship home.
And that's the beautiful thing about this sport, Falls, is you don't need to get drafted to get involved with this. These guys are on the ladders at all times, and you can test yourself against the best players in the world, and before you know it, you may end up on this big stage representing an NFL team and walking away with the glory and a huge chunk of cash.
Not just $20,000 and an Xbox One S, but he earned himself a position in the final 32 for the Madden Championship at the end of April, $500,000. So he's got a chance to cash in on more opportunity. Huge.
This is interesting, Falls. He's going to punt the ball. He's got to be careful here. He's got to make sure it doesn't get blocked and make sure he doesn't give Juan a chance to return it.
Out of the end zone here for Lanning. We'll end this one. If it gets all the way out, let's see if Juan can grab it with Deion and get some redemption.
Deion. No.
Cannot.
Wow.
And that is how this one ends. You're looking at him, folks. Michael Clark, Killermike, 28-20 over FMB Monsta. Your Seahawks, Madden NFL Club Series champion. Great sportsmanship from those two guys at the end of that one, RG.
Yeah, great sportsmanship by Juan. Caught a bad break, still went right up to Killermike, shook his hand, said, good game. These guys have a lot of respect for each other, but we just saw history in the making, and what a game it was, Falls. I hope to see a lot more of this in the future. I don't think this sport's going anywhere soon. We need more NFL teams involved. We need to do it again sometimes, but this was fantastic.
Call him Cinderella, call him Killermike. Dave Grunfeld is standing by with him.
Thanks a lot, guys. I am here with Killermike. Congratulations, sir. You are the first ever Club Series champion. How are you feeling right now?
Man, I'm feeling great. This goes out to all my friends and family, my coworkers. This is for you right here.
Awesome. Well, congratulations again. How important is this to you that you got to do this for the Seahawks, for the city of Seattle? How awesome was it representing a real NFL team out here?
It's extremely important. I used all my time for preparation, and it worked out.
You started this tournament ranked 70th in the world, and you took down some of the biggest names in this community. How were you able to do that?
I'm just a really good salary cap player.
Simple as that. Well said. Well said. Well, when we get back, we're going to come back in just a minute here, and we are going to get this man paid. We are going to get you your official check presentation. We are still here in Los Angeles. You are watching the Club Series Championship. Killermike is our champion. Come back in just a few minutes.
Introducing the new Xbox One S. The only console with 4K. The new Xbox One S. Smaller, sleeker, sharper. The ultimate games and 4K entertainment system.
Xbox One S, starting at $299.
I've learned thousands of plays under 5 different offensive coordinators. I've thrown over 5,300 passes in my career for over 60,000 yards. And that's just some of what I had to do to earn this jersey.
I went online and ordered it from NFLshop.com.
The best place to get authentic NFL gear, NFLshop.com.
I can't stop my end zone dancing moves. When I shake it, they can't take it. Let me win a Super Bowl with you. Oh, you love it. One more of it. Ooh!
Build your team and take them all the way. Madden NFL 17. Rated E for everyone.
Get the new Xbox One S.
415 receptions, over 6,000 yards, 45 touchdowns. That's just some of what it takes to earn this jersey.
I went to NFLshop.com to get mine.
The best place to get authentic NFL gear, NFLshop.com.
Collect your favorite NFL players. Upgrade with stars from the past and present. And dominate your rivals on the field. This is the next level of fantasy football. This is where the season never ends. This is where legends are made. This is my ultimate team. What's yours?
Introducing the new Xbox One S. The only console where you can play over 100 exclusives on the fastest, most reliable gaming network. So bring every friend you have and build new worlds together. This is the new Xbox One S.
Get the new Xbox One S.
And welcome back to Los Angeles, California. We have crowned our first ever Club Series champion. That is this man right here, Killermike. I am standing here with Killermike and Maurice Jones. Drew, MJD, why don't you take this away?
Oh, yeah. Killermike, congratulations on winning the first ever Madden Series Club Championship. Here's your check for $20,000, man.
Thank you. All right. Congratulations to Killermike. You have qualified now for the Madden Championship. Now we want to give what every Madden player at home really wants to get a look at, which is our final 32 for the Madden Championship, which Killermike is now a part of officially. There they are, 1 through 16. We see our top 5. Skimbo, Trueboy, Dubby, our Madden Challenge champion, Beast Mode Mac, and the GOAT Problem number 5. A lot of really, really strong players in this group here. Silent Soldier, who just won the LA Challenger event last night, is over at number 15. D. Jones, also a staple in this community. Spot me please in there as we continue on through the number 32. And there he is, Killermike, sneaking in at number 32 with a huge win here. Los, another guy really happy that the tournament played out the way that he did. He sneaks in at 31. We talked to Canes earlier in the broadcast today. He finishes at 17. This is an absolutely stacked field of 32. MJD, any quick thoughts on this field?
Killermike, guess what? You got the lucky number, 32. Enjoy it.
That's right. MJD was number 32 back in the day. Killermike is ranked number 32 going into the Madden Championship. Be sure to tune in. It is going to be, the finals are on May 12th, 13th, and 14th. Group play, April 29th and 30th, May 6th and 7th. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Be sure to check out the Madden Championship in a couple of weeks. Good night to everybody. MJD, thank you. Killermike, congratulations. Big thanks to all of our crew and the rest of our cast, RG, Farrells, Gibbs, everybody. Have a good night, everyone.